The starting point was actually to kind of capture or deal with the problems of the pavilion itself. It has this very long, very high ceiling and very high door. It divides the pavilion very much into a left and a right-hand side, which was not ideal for me. So I tried to create some kind of an eye block to unify the whole space.
Markus Schinwald closes it from both sides. The very symmetrically door will be closed, but has a vertical slit where you see from far away that the sculpture is squeezing out. So there's a hint that there's something behind. Then you have to enter very narrowly in the pavilion, and then you have this floating labyrinth.
The architectural elements are not just an autonomous sculpture, but serve kind of as a platform or even as a stage for smaller works. So I have around 8 small paintings that I first bought, then restored and painted on top of them. They're around late 19th century, early 20th century with like tiny prostheses or attachments on top. Then I have 5 wooden sculptures hanging on the walling above eye level, and in the side pavilions 2 individual films.
Useless clearings always there, waiting in between forgotten tumults.
Inside and well in, beyond other evidences, there is an arbitrary
Legs,
sound
legs,
and no more.
Legs pushing, legs grabbing, legs outstretched, legs...
In combination with Bice Curiger's general theme, illumination, it would make sense to also thematize shadow, to thematize the darkness. Because if there's a lot of light, you always have very strong shade. And there, Markus Schinwald was perfect for me because he's really Austrian by treating Austrian issues, the subversive, the unconscious, all these things, but he's very brilliant formulating it, very brilliant and precise.
I was less interested in the shadow itself, but the space that creates the shadow. In the architectural structure, I built in a lot of gaps that made this shadow depth, and also there are, in a way, a lot of mental gaps or mental shadows. And it was important for me to bring in some rather ironical elements. I focused pretty much on the leg, on the human leg. So when you enter the pavilion and you enter these corridors, the first thing you see is the legs of other visitors. And I would say that legs is one of the major themes here. You have the visitors' legs, the wooden sculptures are made of table legs. There are some kind of leg elements in the film itself, and even in the portraits, they're defined by not showing the leg.
I like the work of Markus. I think he did a wonderful job here, and we are trying to realize it like he wanted. And this is a great pleasure.